Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Game 5, the deciding game between the Massachusetts Red Sox and the Georgia Braves in a Casey Stengel wild card round game. The deciding game here to decide who's going to move to the divisional round in the 2024 WBA playoffs. Tonight's matchup will feature Jack Chesbro making his first appearance of the postseason against Kevin Brown, who pitched well in Game 1, but was tagged with a loss. Tommy McCarthy, Pie Trainer, Joe Kelly in the top three in the order. First baseman Jeff Bagwell, followed by Tony Conigliaro, Mickey Cochran, Frank Grant at second base, Leo DeRocher at shortstop. Georgia will have Tony Phillips batting first and playing third, Jackie Robinson second, Ty Cobb third, Frank Thomas fourth. Moise Alou has been a bit of a struggle, batting fifth, Josh Gibson batting sixth, Marquise Grissom also has been a little bit of a cold spell of late. He's batting seventh. Stephen Drew, the shortstop, batting eighth. And you got your pitcher Kevin Brown, 50 over 51,000, and SunTrust Park today to watch this game five and see their home team move on. Should be a good day for baseball. Ideal conditions here. Deadlock 2, 67 degrees, sunny skies, pitcher friendly conditions as the ball is moving in from left. Tommy McCarthy leading off your 419 against Georgia. There's a ground ball to third. Nice play by Trainer to Phillips, will throw to first. And there's the first out of the inning. Here comes Pat Trainer. 2-2 pitch is a ground ball to short. Stephen Drew guns it over to first for the out. Nice strong throw for the second out of the inning. They're going to need a good start from Kevin Brown here. 6 for 18 with 5 RBIs in this series is Joe Kelly. Here's a 3-2 pitch. He walks him. Man on here for Jeff Bagwell. 3 for 16, 2 RBIs, and really due to hitting the ball out of the park here. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed on a slider for strike 3. That'll end it. On to the bottom of the first. Tony Phillips, Robinson, and Cobb, all three can run. And Phillips could definitely get on base. There's the 0-2. Not really good at when he's hitting left-handed here. There's a ground ball to second. Grant will fire out the first. There's a first out of the inning. Here's Jackie Robinson at 5 for 15 this series. Here's the 1-2. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Robinson spanks on up the middle. And a prime candidate to steal second. There's the pitch, the throw to second, not in time. Cocker with a throw, but it's late. And a steal for Robinson, runner at second now. One down, here's the 0-2. Ground ball, the first down the line, that's a fair ball. That'll score in the first run of the ball game. Ty Cobb with an RBI double. And they have taken the 1-0 lead. Frank Thomas, the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Nice screwball for strike 3. Moise Alou, the 1-0. Ground ball right to the pitcher, Chesbro. Not in time. Nice hustle by Moise Alou for the infield hit. Here's Josh Gibson. 6 for 16 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. There's the 2-0. Ground ball to second. Grant will throw to first. That all in the inning, but Georgia scores a run. Puts a dent into Chesbro, who's been pitching well of late. Conigliaro, Cochran, and Grant to the top of the second. Here's a pitch. Drives it high, drilled deep at the track, but it is caught by Kelly. By Cobb, excuse me. There's Cochran. 0-1 pitch here. Drives it the other way. Cobb coming in. There's a second out just like that. Frank Grant 2 for 12 with a home run, 2 RBIs. There's a 2-2. Ground ball to short, deep in the hole, but Drew with a strong throw. That'll end the inning. And Massachusetts, 1-2-3. You got Grissom, Drew, and then Brown. The 1-2 to Grissom. Drives it to left, to right center, fading towards Canigliaro for the first out of the inning. Stephen Drew at 1-0. Drives it to right field once again. Flip over Canigliaro, and there's a second out. They're going to need a clean inning here from Chesbro. It's sort of settling down here. The 1-2 to Brown. Got him on a strikeout. Nice screwball to end the inning. Top of the third for DeRocher, Chesbro, and then McCarthy. A 3-1 to DeRocher. And he walks him. Great opportunity here for Chesbro to get the bunt down and move him over. And he fails to get the bunt down as a foul ball. It's 0-2. He rolls it foul with the bunt. That'll be a strikeout. Here comes Tommy McCarthy. A 2-2 to him. Drives it to center, but Grissom's under it, and he's got it. Pie Trainer's 0 for 1 today. There's the 0-1 to him. Drives it the other way. That'll be an extra base hit. And the throw by Alou will not be in time as Pie Trainer drills an opposite field RBI double to tie the game 1. Good piece of hitting there. There's Joe Kelly with a 1-1. Here's a ground ball. There's another one down the line. That'll drive in another run. And Joe Kelly replies with an RBI double of his own to allow Massachusetts take a 2-1 lead. Here comes Bagwell with a 1-2. Drives it to left. There's a base hit. RBI single, and Brown is given a 3 this inning. 3 consecutive RBI hits, and Massachusetts up 3-1. And Brown's in trouble already. Here's Canigliaro. Drives it to right center. This will be playable, though. Alou has it, but not before Massachusetts plates 3 runs. They're taking a 3-1 lead. Again, a nice way for Massachusetts to pick up those 3 runs. Now it'll be up to Chesbro to ensure that nothing comes after, especially the inning after. Here's a 1-1 to Phillips. Ground ball right to Bagwell for the out. Jackie Robinson singled and stole. Drives at the center, another base hit for Robinson. Cobb doubled him in. Here's a 2-0. Ground ball to third. They throw to first for the out. Robinson is in scoring position for Frank Thomas. 3-2 to Thomas. Ground ball to short. DeRocher will throw on a first to end the inning. And the side is retired. It was through 3. Massachusetts with a 3-1 lead. Pitch to Cochran. The 2-1. Drives it the other way. Running as Cobb, and he gets it. Well hit ball though, but Cobb up to the task and making the defensive play. Frank Grant with the 1-2. Struck him out looking. Nice pitch there. Nice fastball in the outside corner. The 2-2 to DeRocher. Swung on and missed. A brilliant slider there. And that ends the half inning. Georgia coming up here with Alou, Gibson, and Grissom. Big ground ball from Alou. This time, throw to first, and he got him. Josh Gibson. Found the Grant the last time. It was a ground ball to short. Nice play by DeRocher to pick up the out. Marquise Grissom, 0 for 1 today, the 3-0. They're going to walk him. Here's Stephen Drew, the 1-2. Drives it the other way. There's a base hit. Grissom holding it second. And that'll be it for Kevin Brown. Who proceeded to go 4 innings, giving up 3 runs, 3 earned. And they're going to have to bring in the bullpen early. Bill Terry to come on in here for the pinch hit. He has appeared in all 5 games on this series. He's 0 for 4. You have to get a hit in his 5th pinch hit appearance here. Ground ball to second. Grant will throw to first. That'll end the inning. Nothing doing. As the side is retired. So we go to the 5th. Take a look at Brown's stat line. 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. And in comes John Broxton. John Broxton has pitched and is making his 4th appearance of the series. And looking to sort of keep Georgia's offense at bay. Chesbro, ground ball right to short, throw to first. Nice play by Drew. Sure-handed for sure. Tommy McCarthy's 0 for 2 today. He's due. Drives at the right field, but Alou under it makes the catch for the second out. Pie Trainer with a double and an RBI. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball to short. Nice play by DeRocher. That'll end the inning. Four and a half. And Georgia's still up 3-1. Massachusetts up 3-1, excuse me. Phillips, Robinson, and Cobb. There's a 3-0 by Chesbro and a walk to Phillips. Not an ideal thing to do here. There's Robinson, a steal to second, not in time. Phillips is on at second now. Robinson has had 2 hits in this ball game. 3-2 to him. The pitch, and he walks him. So back-to-back walks. Nobody up for them. Cobb, Thomas, and Alou. 0-1 to Cobb. Line drive and a base hit up the middle. Take a look at this situation. It's not an RBI single. Yes, it is. So for Ty Cobb, with an RBI single to make it 3-2. Here comes Frank Thomas. Second, third, nobody out. It's a 3-2. Here's a drive. It is high. It is deep. Forget it. It is gone. Frank Thomas, 3-run homer. It is now 5-3 Georgia. Boy, he took a screwball that didn't go into his hands and wound up hitting the ball right in a sweet spot. And for Frank Thomas, his first home run of the postseason. But that was a blast. And they're going to take out Jack Chesbro. In comes Steve Bedrosian. Chesbro just pitching 4+ innings. Here is Bedrosian coming in pitch here to face Moiselou. It's a drive, and it'll be for extra bases. Georgia's starting to gather around here pretty quickly. Josh Gibson 0 for 2, the 2-2. There's still no outs. Ground ball is second. There's a first out of the inning. A runner goes to third on the play. Here's Marquise Grissom, who walked his last time up. And he walks again. No, he struck him out. Nice fastball on the outside corner for out number 2. Stephen Drew. Weak ground ball right, and that's going to go by the pitcher. That's going to score in a run. Stephen Drew. With an infield RBI single. It is now 6-3. And up for the pinch hit here is Sean Figgins. His third appearance in this series. A 1-0. Drives it to center, but this will be played for McCarthy. That'll end the inning, but not before Georgia plates 5 runs. And highlighted by a 3-run home by Frank Thomas. Rick Camp. Come on, we'll look at the stat lines here for each respective pitcher right here. Chesbro, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a home run. Meanwhile, Broxton pitches a clean inning, and in the process, lets Kevin Brown off the hook here. Completely. Well, now it's up to Camp and the bullpen to sort of keep Massachusetts off the board here. The 2-1. Ground ball. Got him. What a nice throw. And Figgins went 0 for 1, by the way. In that situation, there's another out here. They get Kelly. Here's Bagwell. There's a 2-2. Drives it to right, but this will be playable for a Lou. There's 2 down. Canigliaro with a 3-1. Drives it to left, but again, Cobb is there to make the catch in a 1-2-3 inning. 5.5. Georgia's regained control of this game. But Georgia with a second inning of work. Phillips, Robinson, and Cobb. The 3 out of Phillips. Walk again. Robinson. Over second, another steal for Phillips. Got to be at least 3 stolen bases here. Pitch to Robinson, a 1-1. Ground ball right to the no, it'll go by the pitcher. It'll be an infield hit. First and third, nobody out for Ty Cobb. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. 3-2. Mike Tromley to come on in here. Drives at the center. There's a base hit. Another run scores. This time Robinson has the third. First and third, nobody out. Seven to 3. And they're just putting the wood to them here. Frank Thomas again with 2 runners on. There's the 0-2, nobody out. Struck him out. Nice pitch by Trombley. Alou. Throw to second. Not in time. Another steal. Second and third, one down. 0-1 pitch. Here's a drive to center. Nice catch. And a run will score on a sacrifice fly. So Alou with a sac fly RBI. Robinson scores. It is now 8 to 3. Runner at second, 2 down for Josh Gibson. Here's a 2-2. Here's a blast. It's gone. A big drive. It's gone. Josh Gibson with his third home run of the series. Grissom, the 1-2. Ground ball to third, throw to first, that'll get him. They score another 4 runs. 10 to 3. And this game looks like it's in completely no doubt. Moises Alou to collect his second sacrifice fly of the series. Let's take a look at the stat line again. As we're going to take a look at Bedrosian's stat line. And Bedrosian, 1 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no homers. Trombley has given up a home run here. This has really been a massacre of biblical proportions here. It's Massachusetts in complete disarray here. A 2-1 to Cochran. Ground ball to second. Robinson will throw to first, and he got him. Frank Grant, the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Nice play by Drew for the second out. Leo DeRocher, the 1-1. Drives at the left, caught to end the inning. And another 1-2-3 inning into the 7th. Mike Trombley here. Pitch a second inning here. Drew, then Camp, then Phillips. Drew with a drive to left. That ball's caught and it's out. Willie Green to come in and pinch hit. He'll make his 5th appearance in this postseason. And going to get a pinch hit here. A 1-0. Ground ball to first. Throw it right to the pitcher who's covering the bag for the second out. So Little Green is down. There's two down, and here comes Tony Phillips, 0 for 1. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. 0-1 pitch, a ground ball, the first out of the inning. They finally get a clean inning. But boy, was the damage done. On to the top of the eighth. We're going to take a look at a stat line for Mike Trombley. Two innings, two hits, two runs, two earned. No walk, one strikeout, and a home run. Meanwhile, Rick Camp pitches two perfect innings. And I'll bring in Chris Hammond into the fold. Chris Hammond making his second appearance in this series. Now pinch hitting for Mike Trombley will be Paul Sorrento, his fourth appearance of the series. 0 for 3 with one strikeout. 1-2 and Chris Hammond here. Got him. Oh, for a couple of strikeouts. McCarthy leading off here. Top of the order. Drive to center. Base hit. Trainer. Ground ball to short. Second for 1. On the first double play. Inning over. Just like that, the deuce. In comes Tim Collins. Facing the eighth. This is his third appearance this series. And he's just trying to keep the zeros going and maybe spark some sort of comeback. It doesn't really look like it, but you gotta try to not make this game worse than it looks. So you have Robinson, Cobb, and Thomas. And a walk. That's the last thing they needed here. There's a runner on here for Cobb is the 1-1. Here's a draw. It'll be for extra bases. And second and third now on a double by Ty Cobb. Second and third, nobody out for Frank Thomas. Drives it to center. There's a base hit. 2 runs will score. And Thomas has himself a 2-run single. To make it 12-3. The 2-2 struck him out. Nice pitch to Alou for the first out. Josh Gibson, the 0-2. Struck him out. Nice fastball in the outside corner. Good location there for the second out. Marquise Grissom Struck him out as he strikes out the side, but not before. They score another 2 runs. 12-3 at this point. And wow. So this has been a one-sided game. It could be a one-sided game 5 for Massachusetts, and then the fifth came in, and then the sixth came in, and then this game was blown completely wide open after that. And unbelievable what has happened. Tim Collins pitches 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, no home runs. And most likely here, Jack Chesbro to pick up the loss, uh, barring some sort of unforeseen miracle. As we go to the top of the ninth, as Georgia looking to pick up those last 3 outs to move on to the divisional round. Here's Joe Kelly. Weak pop-up. This will be caught by Frank Thomas for the first out of the inning. Jeff Bagel 1 for 3 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. A weak pop-up. Tony Phillips, there's the second out of the inning. Canigliaro's 0 for 3 today. The 2-1. Pitch by Hammond. Ground ball to third. Phillips fires the first out, end the ball game. This game's over. This series is over. And a convincing 12-3 verdict for Georgia, as the Georgia will move on into the divisional round to play against Pennsylvania. Unbelievable. Just an unbelievable turn of events. Just a tough way to go there. So the winning pitcher here is Jonathan Broxton. He goes 1-0 in the playoffs. The loss goes to Jack Chesbro. He's on 1. Rick Camp actually has a hold, his first of the series. 3 runs, 4 hits and 1 error for Massachusetts. 12 runs, 14 hits, no errors for Georgia in their spectacular win. So the win for Broxton, Camp with a hold, and Chris Hammond nails down the last 2 innings, scoreless, to complete the game and to provide the win for Georgia. Just complete and utter dominance. And full marks with the completely full marks here with the win here. Just a very convincing performance. 1, 2. They got good pitching finally, and they were able to finally get their offense going, which is something that I think was a bit lacking through the first 4 games, and they finally pulled it off with convincing fashion. As for Massachusetts, they had a great run, a great stretch of games towards the end of the year. Um, and look, I mean, they had a chance to win the game. They were up 3-1 in the fourth, and then it just things just fell apart from here and there. But wasn't necessarily because of a lack of trying. I would just tend to believe that they just were not, they were just simply outclassed from the fourth or fifth inning on. And these things are going to happen. And as disappointing as this loss is, um, maybe something to build on and maybe recognize that there might be something that they're going to need um, if they're going to move further into the playoffs. So, well, this will end the series here. And just a great performance all around. And Ty Cobb nominated Series MVP, batting 435 with 7 RBIs and 7 runs scored and multiple stolen bases. So just a great game from them. Um, and we're going to end this game right here with a final score. Yes, Georgia overcomes Massachusetts and defeats them 12-3 to take the series. And they're going to face Pennsylvania in a divisional round. We're going to try to get the stats for this game going, and then maybe um, more likely tomorrow or the day after, we'll get the last two games done and get these series moving along. And we'd like to get to the divisional series at some point because I think we're pretty much at that point. So on behalf of yours truly, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please follow us on our World Baseball Association page on YouTube. And looking forward to provide you more games uh, and new playoff coverage here and get these series going. Let's find out who's going to be the 2024 champion. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.